Hi guys, this is Drum in the Blues coming at you with another video review of Generations Springer. And I picked him up a couple days ago and I really like this figure. He is pretty cool, man. Pretty cool figure indeed. A couple things about him. This is my first Springer, so I don't really know too much. I just remember seeing him on the the Transformer movie. But anyway, this is my first one. I'm really excited to have him, and I think he looks really cool. So his rotor blades do spin, and you can maneuver that. His like little back tail rudder thing, you can open it up or close it, and he has missiles on both sides, and he's got these little black missiles. He also has a little radar dish thing that can turn back and forth, which is I thought was kind of cool. And his landing gear does fold up. So it doesn't really have too much kibble except for his visible head syndrome. And I found a place to store the sword, kind of. His sword, if you turn it to where the sharp part is supposed to be down, if you just kind of slide it in here and then get it close to these back two little things right there and just kind of push it down in there and then squeeze it and then squeeze back here, squeeze it here and squeeze it here, his sword will stay in there. See? So kind of not really a true place to put it, but it's an option if you guys want to do it. He has a lot of good paint detail. He's got a bunch of yellow here and here, and he's got this like blue and gold striped colors, and then green, in various spots, and then some dark green on underneath here, and silver paint detail on the back rotor, and then Autobot logo there, and an Autobot logo right there. And the missiles do have the little C-clamps, and you can peg it right here or back here, or back here, and which I think is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool figure, man. All in all, I really do like it. And we'll get a little size comparison going on with you guessed it, Wheelie. So, and you can tell that the helicopter is undersized as normal, but it gives you an idea of how big he is. A little longer than Wheelie or the repainted Jazz, and all in all, it's pretty cool. Anyway, transformation. This is I like I said, I don't go by instructions. I kind of do it what's easiest for me. What I like to do is kind of fold these rotor blades up, and I like to keep them in the front instead of putting them in the back right now. I like to keep them in the front for right now. And then what I like to do is lift these up to kind of hold those blades up here in front. And then what I do is flip it down and get rid of the sword, of course, and then flip up his landing gear. I flip that up, and then just kind of grab his feet and just pull down, kind of like that. And then grab his feet, and you're gonna kind of slip the back heel through the foot part, kind of like that. Same thing on the other side. Just grab it up here. Sometimes you might have to use the landing gear to do it. Kind of hard to get out. Mine's really stiff, man. And so pull that down, and then just kind of smash it down and get it to where they're kind of level back there in the back, and then just kind of refold up the landing gear if you had to use it to pull it out, pull his feet out. Anyway, the next thing I like to do is come back here and split the back. What you kind of have to do is when you split it, you kind of have to pull out on this front green piece right here, and that will help get his arms out. I'm going to pull out on it, just kind of bring it down. And then what I like to do is just flip it, and then it's kind of like a double fold. You just kind of just fold it back like that, and then flip it out, and then kind of just double fold it, and then I just close this up. And then what I do is pull this back. You'll see a little tab right here and a little hole right there. Right there. So that just tabs right in. Tab it in. Okay, and then I like to open up the cockpit and then just swing. Oh, let's get this up a little higher so you guys can see what I just did. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. You open up the cockpit, pull it out, and then swing this down. Okay? And there's a kind of like a little thing right in here that will fit in between. And it kind of just pegs in. Okay? Just pull his head up, push the cockpit back up there. Okay, and then last but not least, well, it's not last but not least, these we can go ahead and pull the blades down and around, get them out of the way. That way they're facing downward now. And then this rotates and then it stops. Well, what I found out on mine is if you rotate it, because if you just put it there and then you try to move the arm, see that shoulder piece moves. So move it and then click it, and that locks it in. So you can move the arm without this chest piece moving around. So just rotate this, and then you'll feel it click, and then that locks it in. Because if you don't, if you just put it down like that, then you go to move the arm, then this piece moves. So rotate it and it'll click, and then it'll lock in place and you don't have to worry about it. And then you can just kind of position these up over the shoulders however you like, and pretty much there you go. You got Autobot Springer transformed, and boy, he looks good. I really dig this figure. He overall looks really good. Let me position this again. Get a little better thing going on here. He looks really cool. I mean, he's got a nice head sculpt. He's got, you know, the yellow, a little bit of gold detail on the shoulders, green, and then this darker green down here, some black on the knees. You know, his feet are black with gray pieces here, and a little gold detail here and here, and some yellow down here, and it looks pretty cool. And this you can probably use as a maybe another weapon, a little stabby knife. And just all in all, he looks killer, I think. Pretty good looking figure, you know. And he comes with this sword. This is a nicely painted sword. And I don't like to put it in this hand because he's already got kind of like that blade thing. So I just kind of put it in his left hand. So he has a sword going on there. And the missiles, like I said, you could pull these missiles off and they can clamp up here. And you can clamp them on his arm also. So they have little, well, I'll just show you. They have these little C-clamps. And you can put it right there. Or you can put it, oop, it just fired. Well, at least you know the missiles fire. Or you can snap it on his arm. Right there. So it's up to you. I like to leave them up under here. It's just looks better that way. And as you just saw, the missile does fire. Now he's doing the splits. But anyway, and I did his hips were kind of loose, so I did put a couple coats of fingernail polish on there. So articulation is his head is on a ball joint because I popped it off during transformation. These are on a ball joint, so you can rotate them down out of the way if you want, or you can just leave them up. So that's just depends on what you want to do. His arms or shoulders on a ball joint, and he has a swivel joint on his elbow, and he doesn't have any wrist articulation. No waist articulation, but his legs are on a ball joint, and they can go up, back, out. He has a bendy at the knee, and then he has another joint down here. I like to leave it straight, and then his feet, you know, articulate up and down due to transformation. So that's about it on this guy. Got a little size comparison going on for you. I'll show you here. Pretty cool figure, guys. I like this guy. So we'll bring in Warpath. Boom. And as you can see there, that Springer's a little taller from head to head. He's really taller if you count the shoulder pieces where the missiles are. And gives you a little size comparison on what's going on here. Kaboom! No, just kidding. Anyway, do I recommend this guy? All day long. This guy rocks. Let's get a little close up here. See if I could refocus it here. Look at that. That's Springer. Pretty cool, man. Really cool looking figure. I really dig it. Anyway, I highly recommend him. If you could find him, get him. He's hard to find. But he is at Toys R Us, and I got him on sale. Buy one, get one half off. So I got him and Willie the same day. So this figure, I highly recommend it. I think it's awesome. Go out and get it if you can find it. This is Drum of the Blues with your video review of Generation Springer.